First of all guys, congratulations that you just purchased your Galaxy Z Flip 3, Z Fold 3, Samsung any mobile like Z/S21 Ultra or whatever be the mobile. And if you have not purchased, then you are even more lucky, because next time when you will purchase, these devices will be all old and I will be like envying you. Yeah, I'll be jealous. Tad bit. But back to the business now. So now you purchase this device, it's sucking the life out of you because it's sucking a lot of battery for day in, day out. So what if you can save the battery, extend its life? It will help you conserve energy, it will help you conserve your electricity bill, it will help conserve the environment. Did I just quote it or describe the butterfly effect? Probably. Now today I have more than 30 plus settings for you. It's completely up to you if you want to go for all of those settings, because some of them are extreme measures, and if you have devised something which is this beautiful, I would not expect you to change all of those. But then let's start this video. On a day-to-day basis is first thing, turn off your mobile data, because if you have your Wi-Fi which is reliable, turn off your mobile data. There's a setting, what it does is it keeps your mobile data also active, it keeps your mobile Wi-Fi anyhow active, just for the seamless switching. Anytime your Wi-Fi is dropping signals, like it's not able to provide you correct internet capabilities, turn your mobile data off. It will help you a lot. So let's do it immediately. Okay, so the first we'll go inside the connections. Now if you're not using your NFC day in day out, then just simply turn that off and then put one of the options inside this top drop down menu, and then you can use this NFC option to toggle it between on and off. The second thing which you want to do is go inside your mobile networks, and then if your area doesn't have 5G or if you don't have 5G carrier yet, why let it be on? Just simply turn it off. It will keep on finding for 5G. Let's say if it has at some areas but you don't need it, then it will know that it has to find 5G connections for you because it is available by your carrier. So just simply turn it off, meaning just set it to LTE, 3G, 2G. And the last setting that you should really touch inside is that more connection settings. Inside more connection settings, there's an option to find nearby device. Just simply turn it off. What it actually does is that it keeps on finding if you have some Bluetooth device, if you have some smart device nearby you, and then it will give you a pop-up that do you want to connect to that particular device. Now the point is that if I have some earbuds, if I have my watch, if I want to connect them, I will simply turn on my Bluetooth and connect to them. So simply turn that nearby device scanning off. These are all the things inside this connection. Now for the second category, I want to tell you about sounds and vibrations. So inside that, you have to just worry about one thing, that what all pop-ups, sounds, typing sounds, or whatever system sound do you really want. So go inside that system sounds and vibration control and turn those toggle off. Like for example, Samsung keyboard. I don't want my typing tip, 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 tap, tap, tap to actually produce that sound. So I literally turn that off. Touch interactions, again, off. I don't need that. Now vibration pattern, again, you can adjust that based on your calls. It will help a little bit, not very significant amount. Now the third setting, which is one of the biggest culprit of consuming a lot of energy, is the display. So inside display, if you are not if you don't hate that light mode a lot, just simply go ahead and turn on dark mode. Since it's an AMOLED panel, what it happens is that the dark pixel, the pitch black pixels are actually turned off. Then adaptive brightness, what I've noticed is that it's a little bit more sensitive than I would like it to be. It just keeps on pumping up the brightness here and there. Again, if you're someone who is traveling in and out too frequently, just let adaptive brightness be on. It will help you. You don't have to scroll down and increase the brightness. Now then, motion smoothness. I personally wouldn't turn on the standard mode which sets the refresh rate to 60 Hz. I'm okay with adaptive screen setting because I'm paying so much for that 120 Hz refresh rate, and if I'm not using it, there is no point. Doesn't matter if I'm playing game or not, I just like to have adaptive screen. What it does is that it reduces refresh rate when it doesn't require 120 Hz, meaning while you are watching YouTube video, this is a small trick which I noticed, I'll tell you how. So while you are watching YouTube video at 60 FPS, that is the max they support, it will reduce your refresh rate to 60 Hz, probably a second or two after you stop touching your screen. It's something which I noticed, I'll tell you how. For standard, it will lock into 60 Hz refresh rate, so you will start seeing that choppy, a little bit of choppy. Once you move to 120 Hz, there is no way you are going back, but you can turn off this adaptive to switch to 60 Hz and you will save energy. Third thing which you can do is the screen timer. So often you have seen yourself you have opened something but you start deviating here and there, doing some other work, multitasking, then your screen is literally turned on for probably 2 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just make it 30 seconds or 1 minute. And the last setting inside this whole display settings is show charging information. I mean, It's ironic. Don't show me charging information to charge faster. Probably, yeah. And by the way guys, I have a habit of making videos a little bit longer, but trust me, I explain you reasons also why I'm asking you to do some action. Plus you will learn yourself also why you are doing something or why you are toggling any setting on or off. If you know them, you can keep on tapping forward. But if you're someone who needs to understand those things, or if you want to learn something new, please watch all the things and please watch this video till the end. Let's continue this video. So that was all for this display setting. Let's move on to wallpaper, and there's only one thing mainly which you can do is apply dark mode to wallpapers. It will kind of reduce the intensity of the brighter areas. And one more thing which you can do is choose a wallpaper which is a little bit more dark, which has a little bit more black depths to it. I mean, why won't you want it, right? It's an AMOLED panel. It kind of brings out the characteristic of your AMOLED panel. Now the next setting you can play around is your themes. Inside themes, if you do this browse, it will take you to its own app store where you can like select multiple themes, etc. I have downloaded mine, so I'll check my stuff. These are the themes which I have downloaded, by the way. And there is one which is called high contrast. There may be others too. I just select that, and what it does is it kind of integrates everything possible in its realm to pitch dark, means pixels are off. So now you see what it has done. It has turned everything to pitch black, and if I scroll up, you can see everything in the background is black. Let me open some message and show you something. So like, okay, this is an ad from Myntra. You see this whole background of the message, it's all pitch black. So it helps you save battery if you're using your mobile on a daily basis, and a lot. If I scroll down, you see everything is kind of a black theme, but I like colors, so I would probably choose some other theme which is more colorful. Now another setting which I would like you to turn it off is this auto rotation, like turn it off. If you're someone who uses a lot of portrait and landscape modes, it makes sense, otherwise just simply turn it off. Moving on to the lock screen, and it has tons of features. So the number one thing which I would like you to turn off is always on display. Again, hear me out. If you really wanna utilize this front cover screen, don't turn it off. It looks amazing when it's like literally showing you all the information you need, or even all notifications, but then you can still get the benefits of that amazing cover screen by selecting individual icons. So what I've done, I have turned off always on display, but if I want, I can turn it on and just use tap to show, meaning when I tap, then it will actually show me the information. So the second thing which I would like you to do is say no to wallpaper service. I mean, literally don't just select any of those options if you really want to conserve battery, because they are more of a dynamic in nature. And then also if I go inside, you see these are trying to use the mobile data also at time to time, trying to update, refresh, download, whatever. So simply just do none and have live with a static wallpaper. If you have plenty of chargers lying around wherever you go, use every feature, forget whatever I was talking so far in this video. Just close this video right here, right now, and just enjoy this device. It's that beautiful. Why not use it to the full potential? I told you earlier too. By the way guys, if you're loving this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, because this is not a channel which gets these devices for free. Forget about any more expensive stuff, because it's a small channel for now. So I purchase these things on my own, and I'm very excited to bring out these videos. And your subscription, your sharing the videos, that helps me to motivate, uplift myself, and be back to business, keep on working hard. So please subscribe and let me know if I can improve somehow. I'm welcoming any constructive criticism for sure. Let's continue. And the final thing, you see here widget. So I would like you to use a lot of widgets, not just here. Let me show you something. So you can see I have multiple widgets so far. Again, so far, I'll integrate more. So I have this storage memory. Every time I want to optimize this, I can just touch here and it will refresh, optimize all, and close all the idle apps. Screen on time, I want to see screen on time. I don't need to fiddle inside settings, go and check there. I can just see here screen on time, SOT for all the apps. It is one of the well-being app, like how much I am utilizing my time and how much I'm wasting it away probably. Samsung Health app, if you're someone who is using Samsung Health, like your actual watch and all, you can use this Samsung Health widget too. So use these things to help yourself to save time and battery, because with just a swipe of a home screen, you can see all these informations right here, right now. Don't need to go inside the settings. So use the widgets. I will show you pretty quickly how to do that. You know that obviously, but I will show you how beautiful of the widgets there are, how many widgets there are, and you can download plethora of them from the Play Store. So just simply use them and you will feel amazing from them. Now the next setting you want to play around is cover screen. Well, then this is something which is special to flips and folds. So this might not be available on all the mobile phones, Android or Samsung. So here just turn on the screen for notification. You can turn it simply off. What happens is that every time some notification comes in, doesn't matter you're always on displays on and off, probably it will just light up and show you the notification. If you don't want that to happen, and off, I want that to happen because what's the point of having a secondary screen? So I keep it turned on, but you can save your energy there. Number one thing. Now second thing where you can save energy is clock style. So there are several clock styles. Some of them are more static, some of them are more dynamic. So if you want to save a little bit, tiny bit of juice here and there, just go with a static clock which has very less animation and even covers very less of the screen, so your other pixels are turned off. This is very minute thing, but the small drops fills a bucket. So this is again going to help you here and there. Now the third point which I want to tell you is that please utilize this cover screen. It has huge potential. All those notifications which you don't want to reply to, just go ahead and read here. It displays everything completely, almost for all the apps. It even shows you pictures, photos at certain places. For WhatsApp, I don't think so it shows yet. And then just simply see if you have any notification you need to reply to or you need to actually open to. It will save your time, and at the same time it will save your battery too. So please utilize this front screen. Be dependent on it. Think that this is the only screen you got in your mobile phones, just like earlier it used to be with the smaller screens, and then you will save a ton of your time and your mobile phone's battery. The next thing which I want to tell you is that just go to this biometrics and security setting and turn off face recognition to actually log in, because it is going to save your energy a lot. Every time you open your screen, or if it's just open, it scans for your face, meaning it uses the camera, meaning more energy. Plus in these COVID times with the masks on, who knows. So just be dependent on this fingerprint reader. If your hands are too small like a kid, this works blazing fast. Face unlock, it's not Apple after all, so it's not that secure anyhow. Next we move on inside privacy, right? First thing you need to do is turn off send diagnostic data. See, every time if something is happening on the background, it tries to connect to Samsung and sends what has happened wrong. It is good for developers, but bad for your battery and bad for your internet too at times if something big happens. Again, not a very big difference because it's not happening every now and then, but it helps you. Also, just simply turn on these customization services, ads and everything. I mean, you see them, what they are doing, they are just reading your pattern and giving you ads which are useful to you. But that's saving your time also, probably because you are looking at those ads which are more relevant to you. But then it's invading your privacy. Then why it's inside privacy section? Probably for the same reason that you need to turn that off. So yeah, let's just turn. I just did that. You can do the same thing with the Google. So inside device personalization services, you can tap in. I'm not going to open it because I have to blur a lot of content. But then open everything and just simply turn off all the things which you don't need. Now next thing you need to do is go to the location and turn off one setting, which is improve accuracy. What it does is it uses the Wi-Fi, nearby devices Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth in the nearby device. It tries to triangulate your exact precise location. I mean, who needs that? Probably Hitman. Turning it off. Just I turned it on to show that I'm turning it off. I mean, we don't need that precise location every time. Probably when we are in outing, we are sending our location, we are sending someone like to cab people. Then we need that, but not every day, so turn it off. Now next thing is inside the Google account setting, just click everything like ads, backup. Turn them off if you don't need it. If you want to do backup, there is another option, which is a manual backup option. I will show you pretty soon. But turn off these ads and these backups and sync options if you are not that much reliant on those photos and videos to be uploaded to your cloud services or your settings to be uploaded every day, every time. Yeah, so turn it off. Now let's move on to something which is more of a bigger category again. Advanced features. Inside that, if you see down, there is an option which is motions and gestures. Just turn off all those gestures and motions which you don't need or you are not going to use a day-to-day basis. So keep a screen on while viewing. Very bad feature. For battery, great feature for some ones who actually use their phones a lot for reading and browsing and everything. What it does, it's using your camera and it's consuming a lot of energy and it's looking at your eyes if they are open or closed. Just turn it off. Rest things up to you. I love this finger gesture on. What it happens is that I am swiping that fingerprint and it's, you know, bringing down this top notification panel. So it's a great thing to do. And finally, nothing else. I feel it's up to you, like turn things on or off. Now the next feature which I want you to use is Bixby routines. Now this is an advanced feature. It has some of the learning curve, but once you use it, it will automate a lot of your steps. For example, you're waking up at 6, you want your location, your internet, your Wi-Fi to be turned on. It will do that. It has a lot of, you know, health features to it. For example, video, like optimize your phone how you would like to when you are watching a video. Like these are the features like Dolby Atmos and all. So it has many things which you want it to do. If you don't want to do or if you are too lazy to do, like keep on swiping every time and doing some things. So use Bixby routines. It is like a friend who is tapping at your shoulders like, okay, I'll do that, don't worry, I'll do that. That is something which is what Bixby routines can help you with. Now apart from that, this is all normal thing. Video brightness. So this is something where like every time you open a video, you will see the screen suddenly brights up. This is that setting which does that. So if you are someone who is using your negative brightness at all the time, it is so dim that you like barely can see the things, turn this thing on every time you want to watch something because it will make your experience better. But if you are someone whose brightness is like considerable, just simply turn it off, because trust me, if you are using your phone for let's say 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours for just watching online content, you are actually spending 15 to 20% more on the battery, on the screen brightness. So just let it be normal and it's good to go. And that's pretty much all inside this advanced features. Now we are moving on to the biggest setting group, which is the battery and device care. So inside that battery, there are tons of things which you can do. First thing is, don't turn on this power saving mode, because what it does inside, it turns on like every of these settings. You don't need that, you just need selective things. So for example, you don't need 70%, above 70% of your CPU performance, that is Snapdragon 888 or even other chipsets at all the time. You are doing resource intensive things like shooting HDR content, 60 FPS, 4K videos, or even editing stuff. That is the time where you use those high spec'd out core performances of your processor. Other way, if you are not using those things, other times just limit your CPU to 70%. This will like save energy here and there and in turn increase your battery life. Turn off always on display from here or at other places and customize it, up to you. By the way, I don't want to turn on that 70% and decrease brightness by 10%, just normal thing. Turn off 5G. Like I said earlier, if your carrier doesn't have 5G, turn it off. If your carrier has 5G, if your location doesn't have 5G, turn it off. It will keep on finding, why do you want to do it? Just turn it off and live a simple, happy life. And that's all which I have here. We'll move back to background usage limits. Now this is a very like great feature, a new feature. So there are some apps which you don't want to keep on refreshing, syncing in the background. You can add those apps here, so they will like occasionally here and there sync themselves and do whatever they want to do. I don't know what they do in the background, but I mean I know, but just kidding. So they will keep on updating themselves and give you with the notifications. Then there are some apps which you really don't want to run at the background, like probably shopping apps, because they keep on popping notifications and then I'm doing this shopping because I don't know why, but I'm just doing that. So turn those things to deep sleeping mode. And then there are never sleeping apps, like probably why there's a Flipkart here. That is something sneaky of you, Flipkart. It's a shopping app which I was talking to you about just a few seconds back. Put apps here like WhatsApp, which you need to be updated from time to time, and then you're good to go. Finally, wireless power sharing, turn that off at almost all the times because you're not using that, and then go inside more battery settings. Adaptive battery setting, turn it on. What it does, it learns your pattern, it learns the behavior of apps, and where it needs more juice, it will give you. Other places, it will restrict itself. Turn it on. Enhanced processing, if you are not doing things like more editing of photos and videos or processor enhanced stuff, turn it off. Show battery percentage is normal thing. Show charging information, again turn it off. Ironic again, we need to turn off that. Fast charging and protect battery. These last three settings are to enhance your battery life for the long run, meaning down the year or 2 years or so. Fast charging, anyhow, it is not fast charging as today's standard is 15 watt for this phone, but might be for your phone it is fast charging. It limits your charging speed to slow charging and enhances your battery life, because we know fast charging does degrades battery in the long run. And protect battery, meaning it will restrict your battery charging 25%, but this Z Flip 3 is not such a great in terms of battery, so I will let it be off, and fast charging also let it be on. That's all inside battery. The other more things, just don't touch them, it's all right. Now inside the apps, you can actually go ahead and customize each apps, what all notifications you want to see, what all notifications you don't want to see. For example, let's open Arogya Setu. Notifications are allowed. All notifications allowed, let it be on, by the way. It's a good app. So this is again, if you want to control each apps independently, you can do those things here. Like earlier I was talking to you about few shopping apps, sneaky shopping apps, by the way. And the last thing which I want to do is go to developer options. By the way, if you don't have the developer options enabled in your mobile phone, go to about phone, software information and build number. Keep on tapping it multiple times and it will enable your developer options. So go inside developer options, there is setting to actually, let me tell you, it is a very old trick, but it helps your processor. Window animation scale, turn it to animation off. Animated duration scale and transition animation scale. What it does is basically it kind of gets rid of all the beautiful animations which Samsung has worked really hard to. I really like this animation. Let me show you this. It's a smooth transition plus the show off of that 120 Hz refresh rate of your display. It looks amazing. If you don't want that, just turn it off. Let me show you quickly what happens if I turn those things off. Now see, every time I toggle between things, move here and there, it's snappy, it happens immediately, instantly, but that smoothness, it's gone. So I don't want that. I don't need that. Samsung, you have done a good job. I want to see all your animations, everything. And the last thing which I want to do is restart your mobile phones at least twice a week. There are many things which are happening in the background you and I don't know until unless we start exploring it. There can be some processes which are not killed, that needs to be killed by the system, but can only be done if probably you restart them. There are some buggy stuff here and there. There is a cache which keeps on storing. Even your mobile phones recommend you to restart your phones from time to time. So that was all guys that I had for you. You might have one mobile device or the other, but branding and names might be different. Settings almost remain same. So if you have any questions, or if you have any more tips and tricks for us or anyone else, please list them down in the comment section so that whole community can be helped, and me myself, I can also help myself obviously by learning those things. But for now, that's all guys. I know this video got lengthy, but I hope this was helpful to you. I was really excited to make this video so that everybody can be benefited from this a little bit of short Z Flip 3 or probably Z Fold 3 or the upcoming Z Fold 4 or Flip 4 mobile phones. For the time being, see you soon guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.